Okay, so this is a video about Ukraine and what's going on with the situation. So, what I'm going to refer back to. Um, there's a video you can watch. You can look it up. It's on. It's easier to find on Rumble, but you can find it on YouTube. But you just have to scroll for a long time because they don't want you to actually watch it. You have to log in to watch it because it has gore and violent content or whatever. And so you have to sign in to do it. So it's called JFK to 9/11. Everything is a rich man's trick, and that explains to you about how uh, Hitler was created by the Skull and Crossbones Society, which is basically the richest people in the world. The royals of Britain, the British royal family, well, their cousins were the Russian royal family, and they were beheaded by the people of Russia. So they went took back the castle and chopped all their heads off. And so they were mad about that. And so what did they do? They created the whole Nazi war machine to go fight and destroy it. That's why Hitler invaded Russia in the middle of winter. This is why so ultimately you need to go with the mindset that they wanted to have an anti-communism mindset. That was what it was all designed about to begin with. Okay, so go in and destroy the communists and take back, and just get basically deliver a punch to Russia for you know beheading their cousins. So it was an act of passion, and that kind of took things on, and so it's kind of like uh they just got heated in the moment, and so they wanted to go take this out. So they created this, and they did because they didn't want this to happen again. So they want to make sure that the people were in control. Okay, and they didn't want the people to do this communism thing again because communism works, but it only works in a world of full automation. There has to be full automation, just like it doesn't work if there's not full automation. It doesn't work like in past situations because there was not full automation. There was not full robots doing all the work in all of our economies. So until that's the case, it just won't happen. But it's happening right now because that is becoming the case very soon, and people are getting automated away all the time, and so yeah. Anyways, the whole thing about Ukraine, what's happening with that is so they created they created Hitler, right? And then what happens with after Hitler loses, what happens with all the Jews? They, instead of giving back their land where they're from, all their land is taken from them, and they are sent to Israel, a big concentration camp out in the middle of the desert. Okay, so it's a big concentration camp out in the middle of the freaking desert. The Nazis won. Okay, it's what it was all designed about was to stop communism. And look at the American culture. Both left and right are both consumed with anti uh, communism. When communism is kind of important when you have corporations that can automate away all the labor market. So it doesn't matter about your unions and all your other bullshit. You won't have a none of that will matter if your job is just automated away, you know. So yes, that's the facts, and so it's kind of a whole thing where uh, Putin is this put in power by the same people. Okay, all these figures that control the government right now. This is beneficial. This war is beneficial to Putin, and it's beneficial to Biden as well. So it helps both these figures, and doing this while under the Biden administration, they knew that they could get away with not going to war. And so that's all just part of the shift so they could do it. And this is just to unify, See, because what needs to happen is a universal basic income can't be initiated until there's total control, full spectrum control. So you got to have full spectrum control. The whole world has to be under control under one worldwide governing body. Okay, so because otherwise, if you have if you have a universal basic income initiated, say, the United States has it, all Europe has it, all the other major players have it. Well, what happens is you have a massive influx of immigrants coming from other countries that don't have it, and to go have kids in that country. That way, when those kids turn 18, they'll have at least a universal basic income. So it's worth it for them to do that, even if they have to struggle, so they could do that. So we need to have a whole body to do this. So right now, Ukraine is getting taken over, and really what should be happening is the United States should be taking over Mexico so we could seal off the Panama Canal, 50-mile stretch. You have an easy setup for strategical value, and then you can allow people to have good paying jobs and give them money here to work towards pushing towards the last automation push. It's the last push towards automation, the last labor push for other people, so we can get things done right. But they have to be done right. Otherwise, it's just gonna be full reset, and it's just pointless. Either way, it's probably gonna be pointless. But it's all fun. It's all three-dimensional existence. Is just making action. So action is part of this. So we're just gonna do action. Anyways, yes, that's pretty much the video for you. So Putin right now is, just pretty much doing the same thing. Where if you look at it, ultimately, he doesn't want he wants to push the same authoritarian agenda and ideals of fascism more than communism, because communism is the only way. Parts of communism will work to help in the future when we have full automation of the economy, because that's inevitable, because that's what capitalism does. It's an efficiency machine. It's going to find the most cost-effective route and take that, which will always be automation. Automation will always be the most cost-effective route. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep it under that. And I hope y'all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible day. And I'll see y'all in the next one. So, bye.